Welcome back to the channel, everyone. For this Decorate With Me, it is going to be the office reveal. And within the video, you're going to see two beautiful DIYs. And let's get right into
This is the current state that the office is sitting in as of now, and we have to add a few more elements into it. So if you hadn't seen the previous video, please do go and check out the previous video. I will leave that link down below, and that is for this entire accent wall. The beautiful drapery in this gorgeous green color, and it kind of picks up the color a little bit more here, but the camera is not picking up the actual deep and richness that the color is. And we'll go ahead and add all of the other elements in the space. The next DIY project that I'm going to present, I'm going to add a tree. We have a lot of different accessories, and she didn't want a lot of different things in the room because of course she didn't want it to get too busy. She wanted a place that was tranquil, that was serene, that had color but still neutralized, and it did still feel inspiring.
And here we go with the first DIY, which is going to be some wall decor that I'm going to make with these shadow box frames that were picked up from your local craft store, which is Hobby Lobby. As you can see here, it has very rustic look and feel to it, which is what I'm showing you here, the texture, and it is a bit rough. So I'm going in with a sanding block and go ahead and just smooth out all of those rough edges that is on each one of the frames, as well as using some rub and buff in this antique gold and take away a little bit of that rustic farmhouse feel, which she actually does like, but we want to tone that down just a bit. I'm going to also add these beautiful bowls that were picked up at the local home goods store, and it has this beautiful little texture on the inside, and they pick up the greenish hue that is also in the room, while using, of course, some matting to add that elegant touch to the frames as well. And as you see here, I'm going in with the sanding block and just smoothing out all of the edges because I don't want to catch a splinter as well while doing this entire project. And I'll go around each one of the frames with the rub and buff, again just highlighting and taking away bits and pieces of the gray tones that are in there, the rusticity of it all, and give it a more upscale, elegant look to it, which is great when it comes to shadow boxes and framing different things in this manner. It definitely gives a very elegant and classy look that can be placed in just about any room in your home. And here is the finished look of that DIY project, and we'll get right into the next one.
Going to tackle is the tree for this area, and she has to have a lot of screens that are going to go across her huge desk that is also in the space. I'm going to give you an overview of the entire room once it is all complete, so stay with me through the entire video. If you want to know how to do a tree and to place it inside a big beautiful planter such as this in your space, that is what we're going to do next. This planter I picked up at the at-home store, and as you can see, the height of it, it comes almost a little bit below my waist. It is a big huge piece of pottery, and it is absolutely gorgeous with all of the texture that is added here. It has a bit of a matte finish. These beautiful grooves, almost looks like a geometric beehive that is along the entire base. It is very deep, and the mouth of it, of course, is very wide to be able to fit the tree, the ficus tree that is going to go inside of it. Quick tip, do your local pre-loved shops, garage sailings, and you can find you trees and different things that other people may be getting rid of and find them at a much lower cost. Purchasing a tree such as this size in a vase like this was definitely going to run about $450, anywhere from $350 to $450. Of course, the price was reduced down by cost-effective saving and cost-effective shopping. I'll show you just how I'm going to do that. Here is the tree that was purchased, this ficus tree, right, taller than me. One normally this size is going to cost you about $100, anywhere from $79 to $100. This one again was purchased pre-loved. I'm going to add a few more of the branches of the ficus to fill it in more because she wants it to look a little bit more fuller, which is great stuff. Gaps and crack filler. What this does, you spray it in a crack or a gap normally, and it fills in the space. It expands. So it's a great product to use inside of your pot instead of concrete or something like that. It is more permanent. We don't want to use anything permanent because you could change your mind in a few years and you want to switch out your different type of tree or whatever plant you may put in it, whether it's real or faux. To easily disassemble it with this, because you can use a simple cutting knife, carving knife, any type of, you have one on hand. Cut that right away from the actual vessel that you have the object placed in. Down, and we'll get started on that DIY. I'm going to pack it just a little bit further to fill in some of the space so I don't have to use quite as much filler. So once I packed it enough, then I'll go ahead and sit the tree inside.
And once we have packed the entire tree, and I'm using this floral foam here to put around the edges of it as well to give it an even more tighter fit, and then I'll go in with the seal and crack filler, and again it does expand and you don't want to spray too much along the top of it.
Clip off some of the not so. Next things next, I'm going to fine tune the branches again by adding in the extra branches for the tree.
What you see me doing here is using the drill, and I am drilling holes into the actual trunk of the tree and then adding in the extra ficus leaves along the entire thing, giving it a more fuller look. Once done with that, I'll go in. I had to change the drill bit, so this is just a quick little view of how to do that, just in case you don't know.
Once this is all expanded and dried, then you can go ahead and we'll add the moss onto the top of it. And along with this one as well, and we're going to mix it because she wants a mix of these brown hue done as well, because I have to make it stick on top. To give it a more natural appeal to it is to have the highs and lows rather than it all being on one level. So I like to take the moss and break it up. And as you can see, it's pretty thick, so you could continue to take it apart and use the darker tones, which has the browns mixed in it, and flip it. And that way you have a more natural look, which is what she wants. I keep flipping it rather than using it on its side that comes in, because it's very green, which is okay, but this has a more earthier.
Once I am done with that, I will go ahead and place all of the items that is going to be used on the daily in the space. She definitely wanted some flowers in the space, and over time she'll just add fresh here and there, but for now we're going with full-fledged faux. As always, stay inspired, motivated, and moving, creating something beautiful from the inside out. If not for yourself, then definitely for someone else. This has been Chanel. I hope you enjoyed this Decorate with me. You all have a wonderful day. Bye for now. And don't forget, if you enjoy the content here, don't forget to like, comment, share, and definitely hit that subscribe button.